I was tripping. Nobody told me that I got old. No one even said nothing. Nobody said that, man, you got fat, man. They just think that when you're older, you're supposed to look fat or look thick. That's the poor people thing. They say a man should look thick and chubby. That's because he's healthy and be eating. It's not back in the day, because that was hungry, healthy food. Now it's just overweight is unhealthy, right? That's what I'm just sitting there was thinking. I was looking at the videos, I was like, dang, my face, you know what I'm saying? That's not normally how I normally look. But what's real is that I was talking to a client that I got where I do coaching. I do coaching and I coach people on how to create content. And create content and market and monetize guys and all that stuff is simple. It's a simple process where once you learn how to rinse and repeat, I can repeat it for you. Or like if I learn how to fix brakes, I can fix other people's brakes. I can fix their transmission. I learned it for my own car. I do it for your car. This is the same type of thing. It's just a new generation where you could do that based on what you learn. But the one thing I want to tell you is that you got to focus. You got to focus and do one thing and do the one thing right. Imagine it's difficult, even if the money's the same, even if you made more, it'll be difficult for you to work 3 jobs. 3 jobs compared to 1 job. You can give your energy to 1 job. And imagine a job has limitations. So now we're going to talk about hustles, which one has really no ceiling. Certain things you can scale to $100,000 a month, $100,000 per day. You could do that. But when you're talking about something like doing 3 hustles, now you're talking about the most precious commodity. The most precious commodity is time. And then, see, I ain't really sure how my face looks. I always say I do this when I start recording. I got a bag of wipes, so you want to make sure you don't have crumbs. I felt crummy because I just woke up, and you know what's crazy is I had crumbs and stuff on my face. Like I woke up. See, honest, these are good. I woke up, and then I did like 10 videos. I was dope. I was cooking. I'm in there like, woo, hey motherfucker, what to do? And I was cooking, and then I had like white stuff around my lips and stuff like that, and you know what I mean, like the little tear, you get the tear stain. That's a whole nother issue too, having them tears stain the side of your face. But then I couldn't even use the videos, and I tried though. I tried to color grade them and turn them black and white to see if it disappeared, but it looked like my lips were silver. And so yeah, you gotta wipe your face and make sure you really good to go. Present yourself. Let's record the video. That's what it gets down to. But yeah, focus. Do the thing that's most important to what you need to accomplish, because everything else bridge off of it. So if you selling a guide, a downloadable PDF, a digital guide, you got no overhead. You make the guide once, you can replicate it and sell it for perpetuity, for as long as you want to. It's not like you have to re-up and go get the manufacturer and make more of it. It's not that. Sell the guide, find an audience up for it, run ads through Meta, find an audience. Once you get the audience, then you can scale it. You can put more ad spend on it, more money towards it, and go higher. It depends on what it is. You got to understand the audience of what they're willing to buy. So if you're trying to create an audience of how to repair your own roller skates, it's going to be low. Everybody ain't into that. But if you want to do a guide about how to use AI in your day-to-day life, I'm not trying to drop jewels. People will copy that motherfucker, but how to use AI in your day-to-day life, it'll be a bigger audience that where you can scale it higher. Don't get it twisted thing because I'm selling something. People do that. People open stores in a community of, yeah, man, we know what we gonna do. We'll open a store of candles. People love candles, you know what I mean? And then nobody go to the candle store. You got Amazon, you got all kind of other things. No, you gotta understand your audience in the market. That's where you'll market to and advertise to that market. Put it together, focus, because you don't want to have your ad spend separated and then have multiple people, multiple guides, multiple ads. Because if you only got $100, spend $100 to sell this one. And the reason you focus on one is because the profit you make from the one can spend on the other two. But if you work in a job and you trying to spend based on the money you make from your job because you're still in debt, you still need to do this, you need to do that, you might have 3 small chicken eggs instead of 1 big chicken, one ostrich. You know what I mean? You've been feed them and they all make a profit. Maybe some do, some don't. That's why you did multiples. Focus on the one. Find the one, focus on the one. Put your money into it. The money you make back is how you increase the ad spend for the initial one, the flagship, the first one. You make more money, put more money on it. And then if you say I want to diversify, then you say I'm gonna find another guy, or I'm gonna start selling skateboards. You know what I mean? And then you're gonna put it into the skateboards, and then boom, you start to scale. Focus. Get a job. It's better to have 1 good job than 3 okay jobs, because at the end of the day, is your energy. You preserving your energy, preserving your life force to manifest these things. Doing 2 different things, that's like cooking a soup and a chili and a gumbo and all on the stove, and you trying to do it all at once. You see what I mean? Cook the gumbo first, put it in bowls, put it in your little what they call that, food prep containers, and then start the next meal. That's how that works. Focus, my friend. Focus, my friend, because you will reap the benefits of focus, because the return will be stable, will be solid, it'll be at its full potential. You don't want minimized returns because you gave it minimized effort. That's the idea for today. And that's a message to myself. Looking back, my friend, you know where I'm at, what time of the day is. I'm doing what I need to do, and just looking back, because these vlogs is transitioning to another world where you look back. This is for me, baby. I'm not even lying to you. I'm making this for me. It's just, if you watch it, there's benefit to it. But this is for me to look back and say, damn, I was here grinding. And the grind was getting difficult. The grind was getting difficult. It's heavy on the soul. Trust me, I feel you. These people was in it. And when the grind is heavy, that means you're not supposed to be in it. You're supposed to be a creator. You're supposed to be an entrepreneur. You're supposed to be doing something different. And so it relieves that pressure. It'll back off of you and you can breathe. If some people are not meant to do that, so they don't feel that. They feel at home. They feel they are where they're supposed to be. God bless them. I know someone who works at McDonald's for 30 years, still there. McDonald's, for real. They don't understand that pressure. That's why that's that. Me, I go crazy. I want more. I want more. I want to drive a brand new vehicle with no payment. I want my home to be spacious. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm sitting back, relaxing, and I feel good. I have money in the bank. You know how it feels when you have money in the bank and you spend? And then imagine, do you know how it feels when you're worried that the card would bounce? Everywhere you purchase, you want to check the app on your phone. You see what I'm saying? You're not even sure if it'll bounce over $20 combo. And you don't want to, you fear the embarrassment of them giving the car back. You just drive off. I left groceries at the grocery store. They bagged them up. They ran and scanned them all through. And when you went to pay, you put your number in, you went to pay, the car bounced. It got declined. Then I knew what time it was. And then I said, yeah, run it again. But I knew, and I said, oh, I got my other card in the car. I left to go to the car. I got in the car and drove away because I knew I didn't have that money there. That's a horrible feeling. And to be very far from that is where we find peace. To be on the other side of that, to know you can spend whatever, whenever. You can buy whatever. I want to eat here. I want to do this. I want to buy what I want on Amazon. I can buy a $6,000 camera and a lens, and I can just buy it, and it doesn't bother me. It doesn't do nothing. That's the place you want to be. You want to take a girl on a date, and she's beautiful, what I like. She's beautiful, and then I take her wherever we want to go. We go on ventures and live, and she's living her best life because she met me. Not to where I introduced struggle to her and I tested if she liked me or not based on her willingness to indulge and engage in the struggle alongside me for feelings, to feel something. I want this to be a business decision. I want her to know, like, I'm crazy if I don't mess with him. And I like him. That's where I want my life to be, where those things are created and they create a sense of comfort and a preservation of your energies that you may thrive in your day-to-day. The body is going to react to it in kind. The pressure, the struggle, that does something to your health. That's almost like being fight or flight. That's wartime. When you in wartime, and God bless the soldiers, every single soldier, God bless their heart. But when they go out and the bombs is going all like this, that's the peak of survival. I don't know what's going to happen. You can't even fathom what that's like. You can't even fathom what it's like. It's so bad that they come home with post-traumatic stress disorder. And then there's people in the grind who have post-traumatic stress disorder. You wonder why the boyfriend keep fighting you. He fighting you and you can't stop. And the girl is just got wounds from her past and she's 40 years old, but the last 10 years been survival. 3 kids and trying to eat and doing all this stuff. Of course she's not right. Of course she's going to be a problem. She can't help it. But what she's looking for is the relief of that pressure. The relief of the pressure will relieve the symptoms that you have of that post-traumatic stress. Live the life. Go for it. Go for it. And if you got to, you should, you focus on one product to get you into the life faster. That's what my coaching call for my client is. Go into the life faster. Do what you need to do right here with this and do the analytics and the research. That's why you have AI. You have AI to do research to help you think. Your brain is already advanced. This is an extension of my mind. This is not super intelligence that I kneel before. This is my thoughts put into a space where it's quadrupled and quintupled to where it's like you got the strength and the power of the entire internet at once at your fingertips. Use it wisely. Use it to research and use it to think for you. And you bring it back and you make the final choice and the final decision. So it's still me. It's not AI did it and it chose it and it wrote every single thing. You bring me the ideas and I just talk. You see, I'm just talking. But you needed to learn how to talk. And at some point you get so good, you don't need AI for nothing. You just gonna be dope. But that's all, man. This is the 3rd day of the vlog. I want to just document it. This is what's today? 4/22. I started 4/20. Smoke weed every day. Yeah, 4/22, 2026. Every single day. And because I want to look back and I'm like, damn, you was on that. You was on that. I remember that. Sitting in the mansion, I want to say, I remember that. God bless it. And God bless everyone that's in this grinding. If you want to get out, hit me up. I got the blue or the red pill. But I'm pretty sure I know what pill you want. Peace out.